Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. My name is Tracy, and I am a member of 5 Dinners 1 Hour, and I am going to be prepping my meals for the week, and I wanted to bring you guys along with me. So say hello, let me know where you're joining me from when you pop on. Let me make sure you can see some more of my counter. I'm gonna pull this guy over, and let me show you what I've got to get ready to prep my 5 meals for the week. I've got a bottle of water because I always have water with me when I'm prepping, especially if I'm talking to you guys because I'm gonna need water. So here are the few items that I need, right? I'm gonna go grab some water in this really fast. Hold on 1 second. I knew I would forget to do something before I turned on that live. Okay, so I'm gonna use this in a minute and I'll show you. So all I do before I get ready to prep is I pull out a cutting board and a knife, a spoon because I use the jarred garlic and I like to have a spoon for that, some kitchen shears, a stirry-turny thing, spatula, that's what it's called, can opener, dry measure, liquid measure. That's it. You do not need anything fancy to prep your meals. So, hey, Reagan, thank you for joining me. All right, so anyway, I'm getting ready to go. I'm gonna prep 5 meals for my family from the Prep Ahead meal plan system from Make 5 Dinners in 1 Hour. And you guys, this is so simple. They give us easy step-by-step instructions. It's like the easiest thing ever. So let me clear off my cutting board so I have a good work surface, right? I just wanted to show y'all everything. And we are gonna get ready to go. Now, before I turned on the live, I did do 2 things. I washed all my veggies, so you don't have to watch me run back and forth to the sink, and I put my meats in the containers they're gonna be in. That's it. So, pro tip, not that I'm a pro, but tip for when you're prepping your meals, take a second and read through your recipes so that you make sure that you have everything out, because if you pull everything out, it makes your prep go so much easier, and I promise you, you can do this in less than an hour. Good morning, good morning. The community group is great to join too. Yes, we have a free Facebook community group, a free 5 Dinners 1 Hour community group over on Facebook, and it is fantastic. Lots of people there to help out, to tell you your experience, to share all of the things that they've prepped. They share their meals throughout the week and stuff. It's super fun. Good morning, Kristen. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have not already, please share this. Make sure that you are following us over on the Tick and the Talk, because it's there are lots of great tips and tricks, and you'll see live preppers, and you'll see time lapses and all sorts of awesome things over there. You love the community group. I know that everyone is so nice and so helpful over there. It's fantastic. If you have an allergy or a sensitivity or a specific dietary way of eating, I promise you there is someone in that group that has that and that has used this program for that, and they will answer all your questions and help you out. It's awesome. Okay, so first up I have the baked ham and gnocchi casserole. Now you will see I pulled out a bin. For me, you don't have to do this, but these bins are from the no longer a Dollar Tree, $1.25 tree. I have 5 bins, and I put all of my ingredients in one bin just to make my prep go faster and make it a little bit easier. It's a me thing. I like it that way. You do you. Okay, so I'm gonna do the baked ham and gnocchi casserole, and this is from our classic plan. It's one of our February recipes. I totally just lost, oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna figure that out a little bit later. But my little closer guys just popped off of my, there we go. There it goes, right back in. Okay, never mind. This was not a party foul. Okay, I was a little concerned there for a second. The group to help you decide what to do for the best way to prep with frozen meat. Fantastic, yeah. And I am prepping 1 meal with a piece of meat that I took out of the freezer last night, so I will talk about that too when we get to that. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, so here is how simple and step-by-step and paint by numbers, I call it paint by numbers cooking, right? How easy these instructions are. Are you ready? Now I've already put my ham in there because I told you I already put my meats in their containers. Mix all ingredients in a baking dish sprayed with nonstick spray, cover with foil. That's it. That's how easy it is. So I'm just gonna go through and I'm gonna add my ingredients. I picked this recipe because you can actually, there's this great search feature with 5 Dinners 1 Hour that you can go ahead and search for ingredients or search recipe names or search by type of ingredient. Like you can search by pork, search by beef for what you want and what you want to use. And I'm actually kind of spring cleaning my fridge and freezer right now and trying to use up things. And so I'm using 5 Dinners 1 Hour to do that. So I picked this recipe because I knew I had peas, ham, and gnocchi that I wanted to use up. Well, the gnocchi was in my pantry, but still, I knew I had it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get that in there. We are a family of 3, so I am prepping a serving size of 3, and can I tell you, this is so hearty. This meal, we've had this one before and really liked it. This meal is so hearty that we are for sure gonna have leftovers. That's what you're doing with your frozen meats this week. Gotta cycle them out, exactly. Love to buy in bulk, love to buy when there's a sale, or if you get some yellow tags or whatnot. Love to do all of that. But you gotta cycle through them, right? This one is so good. I know, Steph, I love this one. Absolutely love this one. My family loved it. Now this one called for a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. My grocery store doesn't have shredded cheddar cheese, but they did have slices, and so I'm just gonna quick run my knife through it. And I did this last time too, and it'll be fine. I picked up all of my groceries from Fry's this week. I'm in Arizona. Picked up all of my groceries from Fry's. I actually did like the online order and pickup. Let me get this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. And Fry's is Kroger, so it's my local Kroger store. Just gonna run my knife through this one and get that all over there. Now, my pan is getting a little bit full here. You can see this is an 8x8. And again, because we're only a family of 3, but I kind of wish I had done it in a 9x13 because it's super full. Okay, so now a lot of times our recipes will call for salt and pepper to taste. This one actually doesn't call for salt and has a measurement. And it doesn't call for salt because there's already that ham and cheese in there, you guys. So there's gonna be plenty of salt, but if you take a bite and it needs more salt, you can totally add more salt to it when you get it. Your Kroger is iffy with shredded cheese, but the bigger ones usually have it. Yeah, mine just doesn't ever have shredded cheese, but I just buy the sliced and it works out totally fine. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set that to the side. And here we go. I have got my baked ham gnocchi casserole ready to go. Now this does require some cream to be added, but that's gonna be added on cook day. So the cool thing is you just follow the instructions for everything you need to do for prep day, and then on cook day, all I'm gonna do is add my liquid, right? And I'm gonna cover it with foil and stick it in the oven. That's it, that's all I have to do. So that meal is totally ready to go, and we're gonna serve this with a salad. And I'm telling you, this is a rich meal, so having it with a nice, fresh, crisp salad is totally the way to go. They totally look out for us there. Yep, I'm putting my meals in the fridge and not the freezer. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to cook them in order of the use by dates on the meats, right? Like if you've got a ham or a smoked sausage or something, or like a frozen meatball, those things can wait because the meatballs are in your freezer, or smoked sausage can sit, right? But like a fish and a chicken, those I'm gonna eat on, or something that I've pulled out of the freezer to thaw, those I'm gonna eat on the first day or two. So there we go, meal 1 ready to go, less than 10 minutes, lots of chatting from me. And there we go, baked ham and gnocchi casserole. From our classic plan. Oh, that was a February recipe, darn. Okay, February recipes actually fell off this morning, I'm sorry guys. But it is a really, really good one. If you're currently a member, definitely get that. Okay, next up, I am doing broiled steak bites. So again, I have my bin that all of my ingredients are in, just to make it easier on myself, and I've already put my steak in here. Now the steak was frozen, so this is gonna be tonight's dinner for me. I thawed it in the fridge last night, This is the dish I thawed it in, okay, so you can see all of my dirty dishes. I'm gonna show you everything at the end, 100%. Oh, the baked ham and gnocchi casserole. If I had to purchase everything, because 5 Dinners 1 Hour teaches us to shop our fridge, freezer, and pantry, and I told you that I'm totally spring cleaning with 5 Dinners 1 Hour. Anyway, if I had to buy everything, it would have cost me $13.50 for my family, which is $4.50 a serving, which is a great deal, right? I didn't need to. I only needed to buy a couple of things. Like I needed to buy the cheese and cream and salad, and that's it. And so $5.78 is what that cost my family. So I'm having that dinner for $1.92 a serving. Amazing. You used this recipe last week, but threw your steak on the grill. So good. Awesome. Awesome. So broiled steak bites. So we're going to go ahead and get going with the broiled steak bites here. And I'm just following my instructions. It says chop steak into 2-inch pieces, which I've done. Place in a large zipper bag along with the next 4 ingredients. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm just going down. I'm seeing my list of ingredients, putting things in there. And it does give you exact measurements. It does. I am just a measure with heart kind of gal. So 1, 2, 3. So you do you. And do it the best way you know. Now I will tell you, I account for my ingredients the day that I bought them. I had to buy barbecue sauce last week, so it's free to me this week. But last week it cost me $3.98. You can account for you do your budgeting in the way that works best for your math for your family. But that's the way it works for me and for our family. Okay. So I've got my steak. Let me get that guy out of the way. I've got my steak all in here, and it's gonna marinate and be delicious. And then tonight when I go to make dinner, oh my gosh, you guys, it's gonna be so, so, so yummy. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get my veggies going. Now, my veggie in here, well, this is gonna be served with baked potatoes, corn, asparagus, and corn. Now, I'm using asparagus in a couple of recipes this week. We really like asparagus. So I even went heavy on the asparagus. And again, it's all washed. You can probably see that it's wet. But when you are cutting asparagus, this is a great tip that not everybody knows. You hold it on both ends. Wherever it naturally breaks, that's where it cuts. Okay? Wherever it naturally breaks, that's where it cuts. So you can do that, and this is a great one to get the kids involved and have them help. Or you can just snap a couple of them, see that they're breaking in about the same spot, and then just give them a cut, which is what I tend to do because it takes less time. But if you've got littles, this is a fantastic job for them. This is the broiled steak bites. This is off of our classic plan. And I do have 3 bunches of asparagus here because again, I'm using it in a couple of recipes. And like I mentioned earlier, we really like asparagus. There is never leftover asparagus in my house, ever, no matter how much I cook. So my kiddo, not so much a fan of green beans, but with the asparagus, she's down. Okay, so I just went ahead and cut it all for both recipes that I'm gonna use it in, just so we have it. And then I'll just I'll keep it over here to the side and pull it as I need it because, you know, why do it twice? I am cutting them where they broke naturally. So, because I don't want those woody ends on the end, but if you like the woody ends, you do you. Okay, so now for our broiled steak bites, we're gonna add in about half of this asparagus because like I said, I'm using it in 2 recipes. There we go. All right, and we're gonna add in our olive oil. Oh, asparagus is great for dogs. I did not know that. I don't have a dog, but that is a great tip, so thank you so much for sharing it. Okay, this olive oil is done. I'm gonna set it right back here so I can recycle it later. Pour a little bit more in here. So 5 Dinners 1 Hour, there are, when you join, you have access to 3 months of recipes. So there are 20 recipes at your disposal at all times. Or I'm sorry, 60 recipes at your disposal at all times. You get 20 new ones every month. And the new May recipes just came out today, you guys. So great, great, great time to be a 5 Dinners 1 Hour member. Forgot to grab my salt. You just made the steak bites last night, and you'll use a different cut of meat next time. Yeah, you know what? Use the steak you like. If you're a ribeye gal, use ribeye. Or if you want to do it with something else, go for it. It calls for sirloin. I'm actually using T-bone because that is what I had in my freezer. But like I said, because I thought it, okay, we're gonna get that good and mixed up. So we've got our asparagus ready to go. And then now for the baked potato portion. So again, you're prepping everything. Everything that can be prepped ahead, you're prepping ahead. These potatoes have already been washed. I scrubbed them really well, and I'm wrapping them in foil. And I'm wrapping them in foil because on cook day, I'm gonna pop them in the slow cooker, and that's what the instructions tell me to do. And we are gonna be good to go. Let's see. All right, so y'all are chatting in there, which is awesome. I love that. So, okay, there we go. Meal number 2, ready to go. Here are our broiled steak bites. We've got our steak, we've got our asparagus, we've got our baked potatoes, and we're also gonna heat up some corn on cook day. So you can see it's a good, very, very generous meal. Now, if I had to purchase everything I needed for this one, it would have cost me $11.60, so $3.86 a serving. I needed almost nothing. Just asparagus, which was on sale. I spent 30 cents on this meal for my family. Again, I'm a serving size of 3. So this is 10 cents per serving for me. Because it was all stuff I had on hand that I accounted for on the day I purchased it. So I'm gonna set that aside, and we're gonna get going on meal number 3. Is there a recipe book you can choose recipes from? So it's all online. This is an online prep ahead meal plan service. So what they're doing is they are helping you, giving you step-by-step instructions on how to simply and easily prep your meals so that you don't have a bunch of cleanup on cook night. You know exactly what's for dinner. Like, it takes the stress out of dinner time. Like, I cannot tell you how much stress I have saved. Let me grab a sip of water. Right now, on the 5 Dinners 1 Hour system, there is a coupon, $10 off, code 10OFF, 10OFF, and that will get you $10 off on your subscription. It only comes down to $2 or $3 a week, you guys. It's really, really simple. Would it work with food allergies? 100%. We don't have allergies in this house. We do have sensitivities, so we don't have to be as careful, but we do keep most of our meals gluten, dairy, egg, and almond free. And I can make 90% of the meals that way. You'll see the first one I did isn't that way, and that's okay. The person that can't eat that one is okay to skip that one, and they're gonna have some leftovers that night, but it's cool. So use whatever size of containers that you have and that work for your family. Okay, so next up is the pesto chicken and veggies. So we've got our boneless, skinless chicken thighs in here. And like I said, I went ahead and washed everything ahead of time. So first step was cut chicken thighs and place them in a large zipper bag. Done. My next step is going to be to add our veggies. And this is how easy the instructions are. Add tomatoes and green beans to another zipper bag. Okay. I set my recycles behind me. This is just a system that works for me. Okay. Now, like I mentioned, my child does not care for green beans, but I love them. So she can have a salad or some carrots or whatever she wants on that night, but I'm getting green beans. So I love this recipe. We've made this one before too, and it's really, really, really good. This is on our clean eating plan, and it is one of our March recipes. Yeah, on our clean eating plan, it's one of our March recipes. So then this is how easy it is. We're gonna divide our pesto into our bags. And tip, you guys saw me grab a little bit of water at the beginning. I'm gonna just put a tiniest hint, just like not even a tablespoon of water in there, just to get everything out of the jar, because I paid for this, so I wanna use it up. So, and I'm gonna pour that in. Pour that in. You could use oil, you could use whatever you want to get it out. But then my jar is pretty much clean. And I got all of the goodness out of it. Okay. So there we go. I've got my pesto chicken and veggies. This was an entire meal. I've got my veggies that I'm gonna go ahead and get smushed and mushed and all of my deliciousness in here. The recipes, yeah, it's one central place, 5dinnersonehour.com, or follow our link in the bio. And again, use that code 10OFF, 10OFF, to save $10. You're doing the steak bites tonight to start. Awesome, excited to hear it. Here we go, here's meal number 3. You guys, I am 20 minutes in and I have prepped 3 meals for my family. So we've talked about how much money I'm saving, or how much these recipes are costing me, right? Now the pesto chicken veggies, this one cost me a little bit more, right? If I had to purchase everything, because I got a family pack of chicken thighs, would have cost me $18, $6.24 per person per serving. Still a great deal, still much healthier, happier food than if I were going through a drive-through. I didn't have to buy everything, $13.54. $4.51 per person per serving. That said, my chicken thighs, I'm gonna get 3 meals out of that. So my chicken thighs cost me $11.55, but I went ahead and put the rest in the freezer, and I'm gonna get 2 more meals out of those chicken thighs. So yeah, so yes, you are storing everything in the fridge. Everything is set to store in the fridge, and you're going to use them by the sell-by dates on your meats. Okay, we're all busy, right? We're all busy, we're all tired, we have families to get places, or we have just life, and life makes it busy and crazy, right? And May is one of those, especially with families and friends, right, is one of those busy months because of graduations and things like that. At least around here it's in May. Anyway, so I am going to be prepping 2 meals. Well, this meal I'm going to be prepping twice, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is, how it doesn't take any more time to do it twice rather than once, and I'm going to make one for my freezer. So next up is my sheet pan smoked veggie hash, and I'm going to make 2 of them, and I'm going to show you how simple it is and the way to get it going. So I'm going to pull out 2 disposable zip top bags. I like to use disposable bags for things that go in the freezer, although one of these is going to be for this week and one of them is going to be for my freezer, but I'm doing it in the same way to show you guys. And I'm just going to write what it is on the bag. So I know what it is. Make sure you're labeling everything. So sheet pan smoked sausage and veggie hash, sheet pan smoked sausage. I recommend that you do this with all, oh, and I'm gonna put the date on here, 4/30/23, just so that I know when I prepped it. Now, I don't like to use, you saw that I'm using some reusable bags. You don't have to, you can totally do everything into disposable zip top bags, and I don't like to use reusable bags in my freezer. So, there we go. You have very picky eaters, but your keto, will this work for you? 100%. So definitely join that Facebook community group, right? And see, ask them questions about like the best thing they do with keto, the best thing that they use for picky eaters, and you will definitely be able to do it. Plus, it's easy to make subs. Like, so if you've got a recipe that will make your family happy that calls for rice, you can totally sub in cauliflower rice for you, right? Super duper easy. This generates a grocery list for you. And remember how I told you I'm prepping for a serving size of 3? It's prepped, it defaults to a serving size of 6. You can adjust your serving to whatever you need. Whether it's 1.5 or 999, you can adjust it to that. So you can do it whatever you would like, and it automatically adjusts your grocery list for you. It's so simple. So the sheet pan smoked sausage and veggie hash calls for asparagus, right? And I'm gonna just run my knife through my asparagus to make it a little bit smaller. Okay. And then I'm just gonna divide it into my 2 bags. I'm trying to figure out the best where to put these best so that y'all can see what I'm doing. Here we go. Let's do that. I think that's gonna be good. So here we go. Get our asparagus in there. Oh, 1 piece of asparagus went overboard. Now again, if you don't like asparagus, don't use asparagus, use a different veggie. We really like asparagus. My family doesn't really like green beans. Well, my daughter doesn't, so I don't use green beans very often at all. You're cooking for just you. Would this work for you? 100%. Yeah, 100%. You can set it to a serving size of 1 or 1.5 or 3 so that you have some leftovers and only have to prep a couple meals a week. 100% totally will work for you. All right, awesome. Okay, so grocery list. Oh, did I mention that the grocery list is divided by where you find things in the grocery store? So not only are you saving time and money, right? You're saving time throughout the week, you're saving money by doing all of this in an hour. You're saving time at the grocery store because if you're a shop in person, if you're a shop in person, yeah, you can totally just go through the aisles and go exactly where you need and you're not shopping around, and that saves you some money too because you're getting exactly what you need. And it tells you exact measurements and everything. So you're not gonna end up with a ton of excess. Yeah, super, super duper easy. It's been great for you so far, yay! Just note when you pick certain servings, it can give you some funky measurements. Yeah, if you keep it divisible by 3, that won't happen. Your measurements will be totally cool. So like if you're gonna do 1, do 1.5. Okay, so we've got that. And next up, we are going to slice an onion. Y'all, I'm probably gonna cry. I normally cry when I slice onions, and I just cut the root end off, even though I know I'm not supposed to. So bear with me, because that was not my smoothest move right there, y'all. Okay, just gonna peel this guy. Get him ready to go. All right, so tell me, I've been telling you how much these meals are costing me, and I'll give you a full breakdown. I actually showed my whole grocery haul yesterday live, and I keep talking about how much money you're saving because you're not going in the drive-thru, right? So tell me the last time you ate out, drive-thru, restaurant, whatever it was, tell me what it was and how many people it was for. Because you guys, it's so much cheaper to do it this way and to eat at home. And I'm having things like steak, and sometimes we'll have salmon, and sometimes, you know, come on now. Okay, we're just gonna cut you that way. There you go. So let me know. For us, we went to, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in one bag. For us, we went to Chipotle about a month or so ago. Was a planned trip to Chipotle, right? Because I have meals prepped, but knew that we were gonna be out, knew that we were gonna be eating out, decided on Chipotle. And it cost us, for 3 people, it cost us $51. And we didn't get crazy appetizers or anything like that. We just got a burrito. My daughter got a burrito. My husband and I each got a burrito bowl. And we each got a drink. That was it, $51. I spent way less than that on these groceries. It is so much cheaper. So much cheaper. Totally get it. So let me know, where have you eaten? What has it cost you? Because I mean, I'm telling you, I'm making this sheet pan smoked sausage and veggie hash. I'm making 2 of them. So serving for my family of 3, serving for my family of 3, one's going in the freezer, for $13.76. 2 of them. You cannot do that. You can't do that in a drive-thru or at a restaurant. Not saying don't go to restaurants, I'm saying have that be a fun treat rather than, oh crap, I've got to feed these people again. You got into a bad habit of takeout because life just got busy, and this you can fit into your life. Yes, that is exactly right. $67 for 4 at a poke place. Yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive, which is fun to do occasionally, but you don't want to have to do it all the time. Okay, what's up next? Carrots in here. All right. Boom. See how it's not taking me any more time really to prep that, to double this meal and be more prepared for what I like to refer to as Maycember. Because I mean, you think December is busy. I'm telling you, May. We have got 7 graduations this year. 7. It's a lot. You can get your recipes at 5dinners1hour.com or click on the link in the bio. $65 on Chinese takeout for a family of 4. And it was probably delicious, right? But you don't want to have to do that every week. So here are my smoked sausage. I use the turkey kielbasa. That is what my family prefers. You do what your family prefers. If you prefer the beef or pork or whatever it is, we like the turkey. So that's what I buy. And I have to say, as far as meats go, I feel like the kielbasa is a good bang for the buck. You can get it on sale a lot, and it's a whole thing of meat for like, I think one of those packages is 13 ounces, and it's for like less than $5. So, and it's pre-cooked. So this is one of those that I would eat at the end of my week, right? So getting that going in there. Now again, serving size of 3, and you're gonna see how full these bags are and how much food there is. The portions are incredibly generous. So now, as you're becoming a member, make sure any recipes that are your favorites, there's a little heart down there. You just press that heart until it turns green. Just sometimes you have to double tap it, and it'll turn green on you, and then things will save in your favorites, and as long as you are a member, you will have those recipes. Otherwise, on the last day of every month, the 20 from the 3rd month fall off, and then you get your new month worth of recipes, which is exciting. Today, the new recipes came. Your daughter and I went to a restaurant steakhouse yesterday, and it was $38.50. Yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive to eat out. So fun to do, but you know, we need to save where we can, and you're controlling your ingredients here too. Keto. This is not specifically keto, no, but it's easy to do with keto, and there are lots of people that do it with keto. So go over to that Facebook community group, but it's super easy to make swaps. Like if it calls for rice, do cauliflower rice. Our clean eating plan already is very clean, lots of veg, but there will be some potato occasionally or some brown rice occasionally, but it's very easy to sub those with like mashed cauliflower, cauli rice, things like that. Okay. So then, I'm gonna get our hash browns in here. So again, this is sheet pan smoked sausage and veggie hash. See? Do you guys see how much food this is? This is gonna be more than 3, each bag is gonna be more than 3 servings for my family. I know that going in. And then we're gonna start adding our seasonings. I missed one. Oh yeah, that steakhouse. I mean, yes, it was expensive, but cheap for a steakhouse for sure. So go ahead and get that olive oil in there. And then, where did it go? Now it says salt and pepper to taste. Definitely make sure that you can see your salt and pepper when you salt and pepper to taste, because there's a lot of food going on in here. And if you don't get enough salt and pepper in, you're not going to be as happy with the flavor, right? So make sure you can see it. All right. Set that down. And I do go a little bit lighter on the salt on this one. I just really want to season those potatoes, but I will say that salt, that kielbasa can be a little bit salty. So this is a gallon size bag. Okay. I'm finishing off this garlic guy, you guys. I've got another one over there. So pardon the multiple scoops while I get the rest. Okay, he's done. Let me set him behind me. Again, I like to set my recycle things behind me. Just makes it easier in my cleanup. And I'm going to show you how I clean all this up and everything. you're gonna see just how easy it is. There we go. There we go. Get everybody topped off. A little extra garlic never hurt anybody, at least not in this house. We love garlic. Okay, so here I've got these 2 meals, the sheet pan smoked sausage and veggie hash. So I've got one that we're gonna have this week. And you guys, here is a tip. There are lots of tips and tricks on our TikTok, so make sure that you are following along to our TikTok. This is something that I learned on our TikTok just the other week. When you zip it, don't squeeze all the air out. And I'm gonna show you why. Don't squeeze all the air out. And you're gonna take it, and then it'll toss around and mix up better for you. So you distribute all of your seasonings and your oils, and then it doesn't all get stuck in the bottom of the bag, right? So we're gonna do that with one. And then we're gonna do this with the second one. Ready? I was so excited when I learned this. I was like, how had I not figured that out yet? That's why tips and tricks are useful. There was a tip the other day about make sure you put a lid on top of water when you're setting a pot to boil, because it'll boil faster. And that one I did know, and there were some people that were like, everybody knows that. And then there were a couple people that were like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that, and I could be saving all of this time, which is amazing. Okay, so I've got it all mixed together now, right? So now I'm gonna pull some of my air out. I'm gonna crack it open. Come on, now open. There we go. And then I'm gonna smush it, kind of roll it up on itself, and then zip it, and then I'll smush it flat, right? And so that's how this guy is gonna go in my freezer. Now again, we do prep, this one's for my fridge, but I still wanna get everything good and marinated, make sure it's got all of those seasonings touching every bit, so I wanna get the air out of it. Okay, again. So there we go. I've got one for the fridge that we're gonna have this week and one for the freezer, and it didn't take me any more time. I am 37 meals in, and I have prepped 5 meals for my family, and I still have one left to go because I doubled this one. This is how easy it is. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set these guys to the side. And here comes my last meal. My last meal is the Southwest taco salad. And this is a meatless meal. I do like to have a meatless meal often. There is an option to be able to add chicken if you would like. I am going meatless on it because that is what my family would prefer. We like to have a meatless meal occasionally. So now, if I was being the best prepper ever, and today I guess I wasn't, I would have opened these cans before I came on and started doing this. And normally I do, but today, I don't know, I just didn't think about it. So I didn't get my cans opened. Okay, but I'm gonna set that behind me. I'm gonna do it really quick for you right now. As a matter of fact, you saw, if you were on here right from the very, very beginning, you saw that I was like, hold on, and went and grabbed a container of water because I realized I hadn't opened my cans yet. You've been doing this for 5 years, and the directions are so simple. The directions are so simple. I've been doing it for 7. Oh, again, you guys, share this with friends. Make sure you're following along on our TikTok because, again, you will see live preps. You will see, there are time lapses. There are all the things. There's tips and tricks. You'll see beautiful meals as they're coming out. You'll see all of the different things and get some ideas. So I'm just gonna drain this. This is not the floor, this is my garbage can. Okay. Okay, so yes, ideally I would have, when I did my veggies, and when I washed my veggies, I would have also washed my beans, but, you know, I didn't. So, easy fix. Just gonna give them a rinse out this way. There we go. This is real life. Real mom making real food for her real family. Just happened to be doing it live on the socials. So, anyway, and I am certainly far from perfect. There we go. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this going. So we're gonna add, this is the Southwest taco salad. This is from our classic plan. This is a March recipe, so it is currently available to you if you become a 5 Dinners 1 Hour member as part of the classic or the combo plan. Now on the classic plan, you have Well, on either plan, you have 60 recipes at your disposal at all times, but if you join the combo plan, you have 120 recipes at your disposal at all times. And there's also, on the combo plan, there's also 170 lunch recipes, which is amazing. Those don't rotate, those are fixed. That's gonna take you a long time to get through 170 lunch recipes. And you can add all of that to your grocery list, and you can adjust the serving size however many you want on that, the same as you can adjust the serving size on each of your individual recipes. Yes, you can absolutely print the recipes. Now, this calls for fajita seasoning. I am using up a freebie that I had, which I love. I've used it in a couple of other recipes. That's why I had it in a zip top bag. But you can see that if there's a spice or something that you're not sure about, you can go someplace at one of your stores that sells bulk spices and just get a little bit of it and try it out before you invest in a whole big spice. But it's all pretty standard stuff. I mean, you're gonna have garlic and onion. You're gonna have cumin, you know, but thyme, oregano, but use those. Let me see how much of this I'm supposed to use. Sorry, I had to stop talking for a second. Use those ingredients that you love. You can pick the ingredients that you love. This week you only spent $5. Amazing. How many are you prepping for? That is it doesn't matter how many you're prepping for. That's fantastic. If you're prepping for a quarter of a person, $5 is awesome. For 2, that's amazing. Great job. So here we've got our delicious stuff ready to go. And then on cook day, and it's a salad, so I don't actually even have to cook anything, which it's Arizona and it's getting hot, so I'm happy about that. We're gonna add this to a bunch of salad greens with some salsa, and it calls for ranch. Even this, we're gonna have it with chips and salsa, and it calls for ranch as the dressing on top of this. My family will choose to just have more salsa because we're not big ranch people. I know, we're weird, it's fine. But it's really, it's that simple, and they tell you everything. Like, it tells me that I need ranch dressing for this recipe. I chose to not do the ranch because I knew that my family would not want it, but that's it. So now I'm gonna just kind of close up some things as I keep talking to you. You spent about $100 this week, but you needed other stuff besides just dinner things. Exactly. I'll tell you about my whole meal, everything, in just a second. So let's recap what I've made, and I'll tell you all of my expenses. I'll show you all of my dirty dishes, everything. You're gonna see every bit of it. So you'll see my recyclable items are behind me. That's just where I like to stick them. So I'll go give those a quick rinse so that I can get them in the recycle. That is a me thing. Okay, so we've got, hold on. Grab everything over here. All right, this is our, well, hold on, let me just grab it all. Okay, there we go. Here are our broiled steak bites. We've got our steak and our asparagus and our potatoes all ready to go. Those potatoes are gonna be cooked in the slow cooker. This stuff's gonna go under the broiler. So I'm gonna put these in the slow cooker at the beginning of my day, and then I'm gonna stick this all under my broiler when we're ready for dinner, and I'm gonna have dinner in 5 minutes. It's that easy. It really is that easy. Baked ham and gnocchi casserole. This one just goes straight into the oven once I add a liquid to it, and we're gonna serve this with a salad. The broiled steak bites only cost me 30 cents because I had almost everything that I needed already on hand. If I had to buy everything, $11.60. Baked ham and gnocchi casserole, if I had to buy everything, $13.50. I had most things, $5.78. Pesto chicken and veggies. We've got that ready to go. That's a sheet pan meal, which is amazing. Again, this one was a little bit pricier because I did have to buy a big pack of chicken thighs, but still 18 bucks. If I had to buy everything, I didn't, so it cost me 13. And then sheet pan smoked sausage and veggie hash. This one I made 2 of. So for 2 of these, $16.25 if I needed to buy everything. I didn't. $13.76. 2 meals for my family for less than $14. Southwest taco salad. Again, this is a meatless meal, but there is an option to add chicken if you would like, but I chose to leave it meatless. $8.67 if I needed to buy everything. I didn't, 69 cents. I needed to buy 69 cents worth of ingredients for this. So that's it. So that's all I had to do to make those 5 meals. It's been 45 minutes and I'm, 6 meals, sorry, because I did double up that one. It's been 45 minutes and I'm already done with the prepping portion. Let me show you the cleanup portion. Here we go. So, excuse me, let me grab a sip of water first. All right, so to clean this up, I have my cutting board. I have a knife. I have a spoon, a little strainer that I use for my cans, and this dish is what I thawed my steak in the fridge overnight. And I have my measuring cup with water. That's it, that's all I have to clean up. And so my kitchen is gonna stay clean all week because I'm gonna take 5 minutes to get all this cleaned up when I'm done here talking to you. And then the rest of the week, I only have to clean the pan that I'm cooking on and the dishes that we ate off of. You use paper plates, you've got even less to clean up. Now, while I'm prepping, because I still have to put everything away too, right? But do you want to see how fast and easy that is? Oh, and I have my recycles behind me, so I do need to rinse a couple of containers. But that's it. So while I'm prepping, you know how I said I sort things into bins? This is me, you don't have to do this. I just find it to be useful and I find it to help people to give them those useful tips and tricks. When I'm done with my first container, I set it to my right and all of my items that go back in the fridge and freezer go in that one. And then when I'm done with my second container, I set it to my left and all of my items that go back in the pantry or spice cabinet go into that one. So then it takes me just a minute. I walk over to the fridge and freezer with this, I put everything where it belongs. I walk over to the pantry and spice cabinet with this, I put everything where it belongs, wipe off my counter, and I am done. It is really, really that easy. So I'm gonna pull it forward, I'm gonna put my glasses on, and we're gonna chat for a few more minutes, and I wanna answer any other questions you have about 5 Dinners 1 Hour. Again, Prep Ahead Meal Plan System. There's a discount code right now, 10 off, 10OFF. Are there breakfast recipes? Sometimes there are breakfast for dinner recipes, and sometimes they will do like a special breakfast plan, but currently no, it's just classic and clean eating. Or if you do the combo, you also get those lunch recipes too. Okay. What other questions? What other questions do you have? How else can I help you learn about 5 Dinners 1 Hour and help you make it easier to get dinner on the table? You really want to try this? Tired of going to the store with no ideas for dinner? Yes, please do it. Sign up today. The brand new May recipes came out today. Tomorrow's May 1st. You got the recipes today. Definitely give it a try. Use that code 10 off, 10OFF. I started as a clean eating plan member and loved it, but I was over on that Facebook community group that we've mentioned a couple times, 5 Dinners 1 Hour community over in Facebook, and I was seeing people's pictures of the classics, and I'm like, okay, I feel like I kind of had FOMO, so then I upped it to the combo plan like within the first couple of weeks of doing it. And for my money, the combo plan is totally the way to go. Because not only do you get all of the classic and all of the clean eating, so you have 120 recipes to choose from at all times. You're not getting bored. There's plenty of variety. It is no longer taco night, spaghetti night, burrito night, burger night, repeat. Like you have all of this different variety, and you saw the huge variety in the stuff that I made today. But not only is there that, but there's also those 170 cold lunch recipes, which is great because then, you know, you let the kids or the husband or the whoever pick out the things that they would like for lunch, and you add those to your grocery list. And again, it auto-generates the grocery list for you. You can adjust the serving size, however many servings you want of something. You can prep those as well. And Abby preps her lunch recipes every week. It's really cool. I'm not sure if she's gonna be on this week doing those live or not. Maybe, I'll have to look. But it's fantastic. It's a quarterly subscription because you get 3 months worth of recipes the second you start. So, how would I prep the salad ahead of time using hamburger meat and veggies mix? Yeah. If you were gonna do that salad and the salad that I made, if you were gonna add cooked ground beef to it, just add cooked ground beef to it. You'd be fine. But again, keep in mind that like I can leave this until my last day because I don't have any meat in it. So keep in mind that you're gonna wanna be cautious of your use-by dates on your meat. Can I show the meals again? Absolutely, I would be happy to. All right, but I have to use my paper so I get the names right, okay? All right, so I've got Southwest Taco Salad. This one is meatless. There was the option to add chicken. I chose not to because we like to have a meatless meal every so often. I personally spent 69 cents on that. $8.67 if I had to buy everything. Oh, here are the big heavy ones. Sheet pan smoked sausage and veggie hash. I made 2 of them, one for this week and one for the freezer. And so serving size of 6, I guess, on that because I made 2 of them. $16.25 if I had to buy everything. $13.76 is what I actually spent. We have pesto, chicken, and veggies, and $13.54 for this one. Delicious, delicious one. Let's see. And then I've got my broiled steak bites, and I also have my baked potatoes ready to go for that one. Again, I had almost everything I needed. I only spent 30 cents on this meal because, you know, I used that great search feature, but you can do it. You could also do it in my area for $11.60 if you had to buy everything. And then baked ham and gnocchi casserole, $13.50 if I needed everything, $5.78 for me because I had most everything that I needed. So all told, my groceries, if I had had to purchase everything, absolutely everything I needed, sans salt and pepper, would have cost me $68.74 for 18 servings. That's $3.81 per person per meal, which is kind of awesome because I do what 5 Dinners 1 Hour teaches us, to shop our fridge, freezer, pantry, all of the things ahead of time and use up what we've got because we're not throwing things out anymore. We don't have anything, we don't have a roast or chicken that we forgot about in the back of the fridge going nasty and you're throwing it out and you're so sad because I'm using up what I had, $33.87. $33.87 for 18 servings, so $1.88 per person per meal for my family this week. Well, and one of them for the freezer. So yeah, now that said, my total groceries this week were, so I spent $33.87 on my dinners, 5 for now and 1 for the freezer. And I then stocking up on a couple of treats, and because I did get some popsicles and some ginger ale this week, and anything else that we needed for our household. I include all household items in my grocery budget. But breakfast, lunch, everything that I needed was $82 this week. $82 for my family for the week, which is pretty amazing. I generally stick, again, I told you I stocked up on a couple of items. I generally am right there at about $75 a week at the regular grocery store, and I spend about $150 a month at Costco, and using this plan helps me to do that. And now that said, remember that counts for laundry soap, toilet paper in my budget. That's how I budget. Yes, there are grill recipes. Do you enter what you have in pantry and then it generates meals? No. You can search by what you want. You're like, I have steak, and so you sort by beef, or you type in steak and then it will pull up meals for you and you generate it that way. Are there recipes for the grill? Absolutely. And especially coming into this summer season, they give us recipes seasonally, so we'll start to see more and more items that are available. So there are all cooking methods. There's bake, there's broil, there's roast, there's skillet, there's slow cooker, there's grill. Like, all of the cooking methods that you can think of are on there. Do I have to cook certain meals during the week before the others? Yes. If I'm doing a fish or something, I'm going to cook that first because I want everything to stay good, right? So I generally a good rule of thumb is fish, then chicken, then pork, then beef, then sausages and meatless meals down the road. And you don't have to have all of those. If you want to do 2 chicken recipes, do 2 chicken recipes. Do whatever if you don't like fish, do whatever your family likes. Or if you guys really do like fish, do 2 fish recipes. Just eat those on day 1 and day 2. Are they low calorie? There is a clean eating plan. Can you print the recipes? Yes, you can absolutely print the recipes. Join by going to 5dinnersonehour.com or click the link in the bio. And it's number 5, number 1, 5dinnersonehour.com. Be sure to use that code 10OFF, 10OFF, for, to save $10. Oh, and also, again, with the generating, we talked about the generating of the grocery list and how it adjusts based on the serving size that you change it to, which is great. Also, if you don't want to go to the store, like don't want to do anything, there's even a button that you can press to link it to your Instacart and have it come straight to you. So yes, this is a subscription service. This is a quarterly plan because it's great. I'm not spending hours searching Pinterest, creating grocery lists, putting it together, making sure that I have all of the ingredients that I need, and oh wait, I needed the onions in 2 recipes, but I only realized that I needed it in 1. It does it all for me. So it's the system. So I can pick out my meals. I generally tend to shop Walmart or Kroger, and I tend to do it for pickup. But I can go through and I can do all of that in like 15, 20 minutes. So it's so easy. How many people do your recipes feed? As many as you would like them to. I do a serving size of 3 because we are a family of 3, but you can adjust it up to 999. You can adjust it down to 1. Make it however many you want. Maybe you can go above 999. I don't know. Also, if you want to see more live prepping, Renee and Abby are going to be live tonight at 8 p.m. Central. So be sure to come back and see them. Make sure you are following us on TikTok, and make sure you're going in and looking at the different things that we've got, because there are so many kitchen tips, so many tricks, so many like time lapses of people prepping their food, all sorts of different things, beautiful recipes. Sometimes they'll put full recipes that they'll print on there for you. Go look at it all. Approximately how many, hold on. When you start up, is it just 20 new recipes a month and there's a library of past recipes? When you start, if you start today, you have 60 recipes. 20 of them just came on today, and then at the end of May, the last day of May, which is what, the 31st, then you're gonna get 20 new recipes, and those are gonna cycle on. So you always have 60 recipes to choose from, or on the combo, you always have 120 recipes to choose from. You guys, it's a lot of food and you're not gonna get bored. You are not gonna get bored. When you start up, oh, I just answered that one. Approximately how many recipes do you have? Just answered that. How much does it cost? $2 to $3 a week, depending on which plan you pick. And use that code 10OFF, 10OFF. Like you keep a lot on hand because of the bulk or the yellow tags, and it helps keep costs down. Yeah, like every so often I'll buy like a pork loin and cut my own chops and stick it in the freezer. That's just something that I like to do. How much more is the combo than the classic plan? I don't want to quote numbers because I don't want to mess them up. Go over and look. But it's not a lot more. It's certainly not double. So definitely go give it a check. Let's see. The discount code is 10OFF, 10OFF. Difference between classic and combo. Great question. Hold on. Sorry, guys. The classic plan is more comfort foods, things like that. The clean eating plan is lots of veg, whole grains, lean meats, things like that. The combo plan is the classic plan and the clean eating plan together, and the 170 lunch recipes. Oh, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you have shared with a friend. Make sure you've shared, that you share 5 Dinners 1 Hour. Make sure that you are following along, because again, tips, tricks, recipes, all the things over there all the time. Sale for the raw meat and veggies to be together. Oh, is it safe for the raw meat and veggies to be together in the bag? Yes, because you're not keeping them for days on end, right? You're cooking your meals. People are like, oh my gosh, I can't keep that in my fridge for 5 days. Not everything stays in your fridge for 5 days, right? You have to, like, and I understand why that's the thought process. Not everything stays in your fridge for 5 days. So, and these are time tested for a long time, these recipes. The writers know what they're doing. They've tested them all. And so sometimes they will not have you pair certain things together. You'll have them in separate bags. That's just how it goes. Like on my pesto chicken and veggies, my chicken is in one bag and my veggies are in another. So let's see. Yes, it's 2. Okay, so does anyone else have any other questions? I know I've missed some, but I'm trying. Any other questions that I can help you guys with? So again, 5dinnersonehour.com, code 10OFF10OFF to save that $10. You guys, it's quick, it's easy, it's simple. I'm glad you found this live too. Do we have healthy and low calorie options? Check out the clean eating plan. Check out the clean eating plan. It doesn't give you calorie counts, but you can go ahead and enter those into like MyFitnessPal or whatever app it is that you use. And yeah, and it's very easy to make adjustments. What is my favorite dinner? Of the ones I prepped today, the pesto chicken and veggies. Definitely the pesto chicken and veggies. That is so good. One of our family favorites, and I think it's still on the plan right now. I haven't checked today. I don't remember if it was a February or a March recipe. Tex-Mex roll-ups, those are a big hit around here. It's literally life-changing. It's incredible, right? Such a game changer. Such a game changer. Yeah, I have a kid that's in club sports, so like every night we're driving, getting to where we need to be, and she's swimming for hours, and then we're coming back, and so it's nice to be able to just pop dinner in the oven or have it in the slow cooker or whatever. And again, we're not hitting the drive-through. We take it to go, and it works out really well. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Don't forget to join Renee and Abby tonight at 8 o'clock Central, because they're awesome and a lot of fun, and you're gonna have a good time watching them prep and chatting with them. But do it, go in, join now, and get going and prep your meals for this week. Can I do dietary needs such as no sugar or gluten-free or things like that? So in this house, we have gluten, dairy, egg, and almond sensitivities, and I can make 90% of the recipes that everyone can eat. Every once in a while, I'll make one that I can't eat, that my family can eat, and I'll just have leftovers of another one. And I kind of did that this week. I'm gonna have leftovers of the chicken pesto and veggies while they have the ham and gnocchi casserole, which is fine, but I chose to do that. I could absolutely make sure that everything's gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free. And then you're buying your ingredients. You're using the things that you like. Like if I do a pizza, I do it with Char's pizza crust. I use Sanjay gluten-free soy sauce. I use Earth Balance butter. Like, you do the things that you need to adjust it to what's best for you. What about vegetarian? We do have some meatless meals. That's the wrong one. The Southwest taco salad that I made today is meatless. There's an option to add chicken, but that is an option. It's not actually the recipe. And yeah, there are some meatless items, but there's not a fully meatless plan. But it's really easy to swap out your proteins too. I like to swap in chickpeas and lentils a lot. And if you go to that Facebook community group, there are people on there that make the vegetarian swaps all the time, and they'll tell you what their favorites are. So go to that community group over on Facebook and ask the questions. They have all of it for you. Okay, guys. It's been fun. I've been chatting with you for over an hour. Hopefully y'all have a fantastic rest of your Sunday. What about a seafood allergy? Don't pick seafood recipes. It's really easy to avoid them. Or if there's a seafood recipe that looks really good to you, instead of doing the shrimp, sub in chicken. You can absolutely do that. Again, if you go over to that group for those specific allergies and things like that, people will help you. They will tell you what they have done and things like that. It's super great. There's very little that has nut in our recipes. There might be a couple of recipes here and there that use peanut butter, but you could easily avoid those. And especially if you're on the combo plan, you've got 120 recipes to choose from. You're probably not making all of those in a month. So you can easily avoid that. So you get to pick the different recipes per week. Yeah, you get to pick what recipes you're gonna do. It costs $2 to $3 a week if you use the code 10OFF, 10OFF. Yeah, so you get to pick, you get to choose, you're buying your groceries, you're doing all of those things, but it's just making it so easy for you. Like I said, I can meal plan and order my groceries in 15 to 20 minutes. I spent 45 minutes with a lot of talking to you guys, getting my meals prepped for the week, and I'm gonna spend another 5 minutes cleaning up after I shut this off. It's really easy, and then I'm good to go for the week and I don't have to worry about it. So, all right, 5dinnersone-hour.com or the link in the bio. Make sure you're following us on TikTok. Make sure you're sharing us with your friends, because you don't want to gatekeep this. Like, we all want to make life a little easier, right? We all want it to be easier to get our families fed, get ourselves fed if you're a single person, like whatever it is, and to eat good things and to be able to save some time and save some money. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.